Okay, welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. My name is George Wright III, and this is your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. How was your weekend? I'm excited to be back, a little bit rested. A lot of people have been wondering what's up. I missed a couple of episodes this last week, but hey, listen, when you're running multiple businesses, sometimes you get distracted and you do some other things. So I'm here for you. I love to get your feedback and do what we can to help you every single day. But sometimes we got a lot of things happening. I will give you a couple of updates. I was spending a bunch of time last week launching a new health and wellness company in Los Angeles, California. Also, we have brand new branding coming out for the Stuberg Mentoring and our personal development company with my partner, Robert Stuberg. And also finalizing the strategy and the details for the brand new mastermind. I'm super excited to launch the limited mastermind group that we're going to be doing. But most importantly, I spent the whole weekend, I took off Thursday and spent the whole weekend with my son, Jaron, in Las Vegas. And that was a ton of fun. It was a lot of rest and recovery. That's the most important thing there. The little things do become the big things. And I'll tell you what, there's nothing like a little CPR. For those of you that listen to the podcast, you know what I mean. My partner, Robert Stuberg, talks about having CPR, concentration, preparation, and recovery days. And that was definitely some recovery days. My high-low of that trip would be, we just laid by the pool, ate tons of food, watched movies. Obviously, still a little bit of mask mandate going on, but had a really great time there on the boulevard. So that was a lot of fun, and now we're back to the grind, back to getting things going, and obviously my mind's constantly going, even when I'm by the pool. So I find I get a lot of my creative ideas when I'm sitting back and relaxing. So you got to try that sometimes. Usually when I'm going and going and going, I can't disconnect enough in order to truly get creative. So that was really productive. So let's go ahead and start with the quote of the day. It's a great one by Steve Jobs. And Steve says, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life." I'll tell you what, you need to be thinking to yourself, are you driven every single day by driving to create someone else's goals and dreams, or are you living to create your own? And that's a great segue into the topic I want to talk to you about this week, because I want you to think about this. And this is a thought right out of the Life Handbook that my partner Robert Stuberg wrote. Some of you may have copies of. He's had thousands and thousands of clients over the years and worked with some of the biggest thought leaders out there. And it's a thought that's this: did you know that we grow into our expectations? Your expectations of what you're going to accomplish is what you'll grow into. But your expectations originate from what you think about the most, your habitual thoughts, your most common thoughts. So what is it that you're thinking about all the time that's creating your expectations in your life? I mean, are your thoughts taking you closer towards your goals? Do you have goals? Or are your thoughts or other distractions constantly drifting you off course? Because so many of us are just drifting through life. So many of us are not directed in our thoughts. And it's like the exercise I tell you all the time with your mobile phone. You look at it all the time. What are you looking at? What are you seeing? Where are your thoughts being directed? Well, Robert has put together what he calls 7 critical questions. And these questions are questions that you can use to sort of keep yourself focused and motivated and continually moving in the right direction. It's a great fundamental that you can kind of come back to over and over again. And he's refined these questions over time, throughout all the, time he's worked with individuals. And I want to talk to you this week about those 7 critical questions specifically. Now, don't let these questions fool you, because on the surface, they're going to seem kind of general. But then again, so is goal setting, time production, productivity, and management. The key here is to get deep and get into thoughts, because we're all different, right? We've all come with different genetic abilities and thoughts and talents and things like this. But we all have various opportunities in our life. And the opportunities that we have in front of us need to leverage the power of our thoughts. And you can leverage, everyone has the ability to leverage their thoughts in order to capture their goals and dreams. So there's a lot of power in your thoughts, and you have to learn to really believe and harness that where your thoughts go, your energy goes, success is going to become. So you have to really get clear on what it is you're thinking about. There's so much power in your thoughts. I mean, you just really have to believe that in your life. And more importantly, you have to learn to direct your thoughts, and you have to direct them rather than let them just drift and push you through life. Because even if you're not consciously managing your thoughts, trust me when I say your life is still being created by your thoughts. So I'm going to walk you through these 7 questions today, and then I'm going to dig into them, a whole bunch more over the next couple of days. I'm going to use this episode to really outline them, but more to, throughout the next couple of days, get clear on where your thoughts are, where they're taking you, and we'll dig into a little bit more on what you want and what you want your thoughts to be helping you with, because that's what it's all about. The devil's in the detail, right? So here are the 7 critical questions, and don't let the simplicity, like I said, of these questions fool you. I don't want you to think that there isn't deep strategy that needs to be involved in each of these. And this is designed to just get you thinking. And these are 7 questions you should constantly be asking yourself periodically throughout your life. The first question is the opening question, and that is, what's on your mind? What are you thinking about right now? And it's really important that you get aware of that. The second question, and this is called the expansion question, is what else is on your mind? Because so many of us just gravitate to what's on the surface, and you've got to dig a little bit further, and we'll talk about that a little bit more over the next couple of days. The third question is the focusing question. And the focusing question is, what's the most important thing that you could be thinking about right now? What's the most important thing you could be thinking about right now? That's the third question. The fourth question is the more targeting question, and that's exactly what do you want? Exactly what do you want? And if you don't have a clear answer for that, that's one of the reasons we're going to dig into that this week. And then the next question, this could be the 5th question, is the guidance question. And the guidance question is, how can you obtain help? How can you obtain help? Because we're going to talk about the fact that if you could have done it on your own, you probably would have done it by now. And even if you can do it on your own, help is going to help you get there quicker and give you some real good leverage along the way. The 6th question, which is the action question, this is the one you're going to ask yourself and say, what is the best thing for you to do right now? What is the activity that you should be focused on right now? And then the final question, the 7th question, is the growth question. And the growth question is, what are you learning by examining your thoughts, and how can it help you grow? Because we always want to be growing, regardless of where your thoughts are going. Because listen, I understand, it may sound like a simple process, but this is not easy. Don't be fooled, because I understand most of us have random thoughts going on. There's a lot of people struggling with stress and anxiety and conflict right now. But you got to dig a little bit deeper into your thoughts. You've got to learn to be able to direct your thoughts, because that's what's going to take you where you need to be. The key is the guidance of your thoughts. The key is being really clear, getting some direction, but really constantly going back to that. That's why these 7 critical questions are ones you can go back to often. We talk about a lot, and I know you know this if you're listening to this podcast, but your thoughts create your life. And one of the things that we have the most difficult time with is our thoughts. And so you have to ask yourself, are they hurting you or are they helping you? Are you focused or are you distracted? And as we go through these 7 questions here this week, we're going to help you to get real clear on that. So I hope these are some things that have really got you thinking, that have really helped to kind of catch you and set you back a little bit. And over the next couple of days, we're going to dig in. So get your week off to a great week. Tune in tomorrow. I look forward to talking with you more. Once again, this is George Wright III, and this has been the Daily Mastermind. Have a great day.